Alright guys, what is up? Today we're gonna finish the last little thing that we had for the truck for a while. And the last piece is we're gonna do another 2-inch body lift on this thing. I'm not gonna go in very detail. I have a whole other video listed down below on the body lift, so this is just gonna kind of be a quick little walkthrough. So I think the first step we're gonna do is loosen or take out all the bolts around the body and then go through and make sure whatever's connected from the frame to the body and loosen all that stuff up. So let's go ahead and go around this and take out the 8 bolts that we need. Alright, so we got the driver's side all taken off. I did the front and the rear off the passenger side because they're super simple to get to. The two in the middle are a little bit more difficult. So let's go ahead, pull out the floor mat. Move a 10mm bolt. Pull that kick panel out. And then pull the carpet back a little bit. And you'll see this little cap right here. We want to chisel that cap out. Then once you get that plastic out of the way, that will reveal your 14mm bolt. So there's one there. Clean this out. And one right there. So let's finish getting those chiseled and taken out. And then once we're done with that, so after that we'll start disconnecting some of the brake lines off of the frame. So let's finish this up. Okay, so we went through and got all of our body mounts off. There's 5. I don't know why I said 4, but I completely missed 2 dead center. But there's 5 on each side, which makes a total of 10. After that, I went through and double checked the front and disconnected any sort of like brake line from its bracket that I thought might get stretched too far. And then just disconnected the like mud guard. Oh, fuck. So just disconnected this mud guard just from the bottom. That way it'll still sit in there. There's a rot guard that covers the fuel lines and stuff back here. Just go ahead and unbolt that. That way you can take 2 10mm bolts out of that cluster right there. That way that can travel up and down and none of your fuel lines will break. And then underneath the truck, oh boy. Still not sure how important this is, but there is, oh, I don't know, 3, 4, 3. Hi. There, no, I don't need you. Go away. Go. There's a total of 5 10mm bolts that hook the fuel lines on top of your frame rail to your frame rail. So there's one right here, here, one there, and then there's two up in here between your frame rail and your gas tank. I haven't quite decided on if those are actually necessary to take out yet or not, but I went ahead and did it anyways. I did it on the last truck too. So I just went ahead and took those out. Some trucks, my last one had it, this one had it, is this cradle. And that's gonna go right up here. And if you got a new kit, it'll come with spacers, and you can just space that back out. On this one, it's kind of a redundancy for if your driveline was to break and come out. I'm just going to take this one out completely and not worry about it. And then directly across on the other side, there is a 10mm bolt that holds your e-brake cable in place on the frame rail. So you're going to take that out as well. And then I think that is it. A couple things in the engine bay you just want to check on. I'm not going to do it on this one, but on my last truck I just loosened up the collar for the steering input shaft. That way it could slide on the spline. But this one feels like it's already like pulled out almost all the way, so I'm just going to leave that one there. Another thing to do is on the bottom of your fan shroud, there'll be the bottom piece of the fan shroud will bolt on, and you will take that bottom piece out, because as you lift it up, the fan will stay in place, but your radiator obviously is connected to the body, so that will come up. So if you don't take that out, your fan blade will touch the bottom of the radiator shroud, and you'll just have a bad time the minute you turn your truck on. You can, if you want, get new radiator hoses, but I think I'm gonna try lifting it and see how it sits. I didn't do it on the last truck, so I'm just gonna see what it decides to do. It might just be fine where it's at. I might have to loosen some stuff, but yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and start lifting one side, and just kind of go slow, lift a little bit, go around and look, and then we'll lift again. So let's go ahead and do that. But there it is. 2-inch body lift on the 3-inch suspension lift on 33s. It's way taller than our last truck, so that was cool. Still have some stuff to change, like we gotta raise up the rear bumper. I'll just do that in another video. And then we have to figure out how to how to lift the front bumper up, because right now the gap, I don't really like that much. If you guys can see it, yeah, right there, good old gap. All right, guys, that's the end of our 2-inch lift, our 2-inch body lift. Went through it super quickly. If you guys want a little bit more in depth, go back a couple videos. I have another one from my first truck that we did, so I didn't really feel like making another super long video again. A couple of things: you are going to want to do a longer top radiator hose, like you guys seen me just do. That way you can tilt your radiator back up into place and still use your factory brackets. The other thing is, back in here there is, what I do with it, I probably already threw it away. There's just like an air can that just kind of helps muffle out some of the noise, I guess. You can go ahead and delete that. I just went to Home Depot and got a 1.5-inch drain plug. It's like a little red plug. You can screw it in and sink it in, and then use a hose clamp around that, and you just delete that altogether. You will have to disconnect that though, because that is bolted to the actual body of the car, and then as the motor sinks, that'll pull on it. So you want to do that as well, and then when you're done, just go back through and put all your bolts and stuff back in and make sure everything's tightened down. And yeah, that should be it. So I got all that done. Here, I'll show you this plug. That's what you're looking for. It's just a little wing nut, and you can tighten it down and then put your clamp back on it, and that just gets rid of this big old block that was in here. But yeah, so that's it for that. We're just testing up some lights and stuff and some little things here and there, but I think we're done for now. I don't really foresee any more bigger things for this. I do now need to do sliders. I need to do some sort of a step, because this is almost too tall for me to get in and out, and I don't want to destroy my seats. So sliders will probably be the next thing on the list, and then some sort of a rear bumper with tire swing out, because I want to mount up my spare tire. But we'll see what we can come up with that. Maybe we can make something. And yeah, so we'll call it here. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.